All right, folks, good evening. Big happy Friday to everybody. Very happy Valentine's Day to everybody, everyone. Hope you got some nice plans and everything else, and going out for dinner tonight, or a few drinks, or staying in and doing something a little bit special, whatever. It's truly a happy Friday here, trust me. Fred, happy Valentine's Day, bud. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you, pal. All right. So we had 13 below zero this morning. No wind chill. That was just 13 below zero. She was pretty nasty. I opted not to run the silo, which is a wise thing to do, not to do. And of course, after all the feeding took place and the sun started coming out and everything else, it's time to check all the waters. Well, unless they're drinking when you check it, which early in the morning they usually aren't, you're basically breaking loose the float balls. This is a mirror fount automatic water, insulated but not heated, and it is, yes, it's right in the open here. That was put in before the shelter was put in. At some point I do need to dig a line and put another automatic water in that shed, if not build onto it, but that's a whole different story. So anyway, I broke the float balls free this morning. No big deal. That's actually a very good water. It really is. I mean, you got your Richies. You can't beat those. Mirror Fountain's good. They're all good. Well, joke was on me. I broke the float balls free, of course, to where they could get it to water. And then I had some pretty big doings here today. I had a bunch of errands to run. I had to go into town. I had to go pick up my taxes that were all done, and figure out how big of a loser I am. Death and taxes, huh? We're going to keep the attitude in check. All is well. We're living the dream. So anyway, I didn't pay it much attention. I just went about my business. Wrong thing to do. I should have checked it again before I headed to town here mid-morning. So long story short, I took care of business in town. Got back here early in the afternoon, started messing around. I had to do a bail run and everything else. I take a good look-see over here. The float balls couldn't be seen. That means that the water froze, but the water inside, of course, was drinking by these calves. It's frozen. Now, if you follow the channel, you'll know last year this froze. It froze so bad, and last year was the devil. You couldn't help anything from last year. I don't care who you are. It froze so bad, I ended up having to set up a small stock tank here and run a water hose out here twice a day. Not a huge deal. It's not the end of the world, but what a bugger, you know? Okay, so of course I got a problem. All right, now I'm about to share you a trick. I hope this helps one person. The trick here on this farm for this automatic water is to fill up 2 5-gallon pails of as close to scalding hot water as you can. Fill it up complete, and then take a stock tank, which you can see right there, and cover it. The trick is not to get antsy, which I did once today already. I got antsy. I only let it sit for like 45 minutes. The calves were bellowing. They wanted their water. I took the stock tank on, They got their water, but only what was being held in the water. It wasn't broke free yet. So anyway, I redid the process, folks. 2 more pails, 10 gallons scalding hot water. Damn near fits it all in there. Put the stock tank on top, and I've let it sit until just 5 minutes before taking this video, which was a total of about a 2-hour stretch, and that's what does it. Now, of course, if that wasn't the case, if this wasn't broke free, now I'd have to go ahead and take the top off that thing and thaw it from there. But that's not the case. They've got water. So yeah, 13 below zero here this morning. Things were a little bit tricky, but no harm, no foul. Full-on barn cleaning was done yesterday morning. So thank God we didn't have to actually open up the doors and open up the whole barn and run the barn cleaner, because that can get a little bit deadly. But yeah, the water's definitely running. Definitely running. They've been out without water for quite a while. And they're going to keep hitting this probably for another 2 hours or less. So the old water pressure is going to go down, but as long as it's flowing, who cares? It's all right. No big deal. The cattle this morning, like I said, the beef cows and Prager heifers, they did not get their corn silage this morning. They weren't very pleased about it, but they got multiple bales of wrapped sorghum made up for it. Everything's good there. Just certain things you don't do in that kind of temperature. And, yeah, all's well. So yeah, anyway, I got home, what the hell day is it today? Friday. I got home Wednesday, late afternoon, and off to the races. Lots to do. There's always lots to do, everything else. And a lot of errands to run this week here. Paperwork, farm financials, stuff like that, and of course taxes, which is kind of a sore subject, but it is every year, so we're not going to cry in our soup about it. You just keep going. I guarantee there's a lot more people that are worse off than I am. I don't know. I'm coming up with words to try and feel just a little bit better about it, but got a nice warm truck. Got myself a bud. It's happy Valentine's Day. Fred, you and me, buddy, someday we're gonna have a beer. All the calves are doing real good. I got some work to do. I got a very nice, pleasant family adventure going on tomorrow. Tomorrow is only about the bar necessities of the cattle. Make sure everybody's got their food and drinks. Otherwise, I got a very nice family day planned tomorrow. Looking very forward to it. It's, I dare say, kind of annual. So there won't be any moving of calves tomorrow. I am home on Sunday, and it's very possible I'm going to be shifting over a few over to this lot. And everybody's doing real good. They're doing okay. Obviously, I'm talking about calves that are inside the barn. I need to shift over another 4 of them. And we're not such an ice rink over here again like we were, so no big deal. But yeah, running water, that's a real nice ordeal. Now, what would happen if this didn't break free? What I would have done one more time is I would have put 10 more gallons of hot scalding water in there. I would have covered it with the stock tank. It would have sat till tomorrow morning. And of course, it's okay for these calves here. they're craving their water, but it comes down to it, what they'll do is they will eat snow. In fact, they ate a lot of snow this afternoon, believe it or not. But doesn't matter. We don't need to keep talking about that. Everything's good. Anyway, I'm just kind of checking in here, folks. I really don't have a proper video here for you today. Things been a little cantankerous. Things are good though. All right. And checking in, saying hello. Big happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Hope all is well. Nice steak dinner and all that stuff here tonight. Bottle of wine or case of Bud. Go bark at the moon or whatever your pleasure is. They got a new bale of alfalfa baleage here today as well. I went on a bale run and all's good. So anyway, all right, folks, all is well here. Checking in, saying hello is it. Pretty sorry butt video, I know it is, but just stopping in, saying hello. One last time, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Stay tuned to a video, probably Sunday. We'll come up with something somehow, somewhere, somewhat, some when. We'll go from there. Have a good night.